Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to give you guys a heads up on some of the best deals available over at our good friends at Green Man Gaming. If you are looking for some great Steam PC game deals on the cheap, I've got you covered because there's a lot of good stuff, and we'll be highlighting deals under the price of $5, so super cheap. They've got a Bandai Namco sale, they've got some Square Enix deals, a lot of good stuff. Mostly, these deals are going to come from the Bandai Namco sale. So if you own all the Bamco stuff, I'm sorry, but there's always some people watching that don't, so let's get right into it. A lot of JRPGs going to be mentioned, so be prepared for that as well. Right off the top, a bunch of Tales of games. Tales of Zestria, Tales of Berseria, and Tales of Symphonia are all on sale for $4.30 a pop. If you're just getting into the franchise, Berseria, out of these three, is the one that I would recommend. Berseria is absolutely awesome. Zestria is mostly considered to be the weakest game in the franchise, but Tales of is such a consistent franchise in terms of quality that Zestria is not even a bad game. It's still a pretty good game. It's just some of the story elements and the characters aren't as likable. It is what it is. $4.30 is a great buy for it still. And Tales of Symphonia is regarded to be a lot of people's favorites. The only issue is this is an early GameCube game, so it absolutely shows its age, so that's a little bit of a bummer. It'd be nice if they did a full-on remake of this game, but what they did do was an HD remaster that wasn't even much of anything, so you know, that's a little bit of a bummer. The game does have a sequel as well, but that's only available on Nintendo Wii. Well, you know, you guys can do what you do to play that game if you do want, but it's a follow-up to Symphonia, so keep that in mind. For now, definitely check out Zestria, check out Berseria, and Symphonia, and if you can only pick one, Berseria is the one I would go with. Next up, from Crystal Dynamics, gotta give a shout to Tomb Raider Game of the Year Edition, 83% off for $3.37. Now, I imagine the majority of you guys own this game at this point, but if you don't, Tomb Raider 2013 is a phenomenal game. It is a little bit on the shorter side. You do have some optional tombs and things of the like, but for $3.37, this is a fantastic deal for a game that, to me, got me into Tomb Raider. Like, Tomb Raider's been around for a long time, but it was starting with Tomb Raider 2013 that I was like, damn, Tomb Raider is one of my favorite franchises in all of gaming, and maybe some people see Tomb Raider as a generic Uncharted clone, but you know, with these games, I would say they're just as good as the Uncharted games, and maybe that's a little bit of a stretch. I also like, you know, some of the other elements that they roll into the game. I think it's great. Tomb Raider for $3.37, a fantastic pickup, so definitely give that a look. Next up, we got Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut, 87% off for $2.55. This deal is just highway robbery for how good it is. Deus Ex Human Revolution is an awesome game, and obviously, it's a little bit unfortunate with everything going on with Deus Ex, and I don't know if we're ever gonna get another Deus Ex game. Now, Deus Ex has always been up and down, but Mankind Divided came out at this point all the way back in August of 2016. It's been damn near 8 years, and Human Revolution came out all the way back in, like, October, or maybe it was August of 2011. It was a long time ago. So yeah, 13 years we're approaching since Human Revolution came out. Human Revolution is absolutely awesome, and I think most people would say is the stronger game, has the stronger narrative. Gameplay is still solid. Fantastic setting, what a great main character as well. And definitely, after you play through Human Revolution, I would recommend you to check out Mankind Divided. Mankind Divided just does have some shortcomings, but still a solid game that is, and Human Revolution, again, one of the I don't want to say one of my favorite video games of all time, but definitely an RPG that I absolutely loved. I never sat down and thought about, you know, my top 30 games of all time, but Human Revolution would probably be in that mix, but yeah, $2.55, it's a bargain, check it out. Next up, we got Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun, 91% off for $3.60. This is done by Mimimi Games, who have been incredibly consistent with all of their outings. Unfortunately, consistent game quality is not the only thing that leads to success, because Mimimi Games is no longer making any more games, which is an absolute shame. But Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun is an awesome tactics-based game. A great setting, great aesthetics, and it can be challenging at times, but they've got a variety of difficulties, so you can check the game out for yourself, and however you want to play it, go for it. And I think if you're just into the aesthetics, I think if you're a fan of this setting, that'll draw you in enough, and then you realize it has some competent game design as well. $3.60, again, great buy on that. Definitely give that a look. Next up, we got One Piece Pirate Warriors 3 Gold Edition, $4.47 on this. Now, I am not a big One Piece fan. You know, One Piece is just not my cup of tea as far as the anime that I'm into. I don't watch much anime these days, but even, you know, growing up and watching a lot of anime, One Piece was never one that I got into. I'm sorry, I can't watch like 1,000 episodes or whatever it is, but Gotta say, the One Piece games I've played, I've generally enjoyed them, and Pirate Warriors is a really solid, fast-paced Musou-style action game. This Gold Edition also includes a couple DLC packs, and it's super cheap at $4.47. Now, I believe when they ported this game to PC, you know, it's Tecmo Koei being Tecmo Koei, and they ported the PS3 version of the game instead of the PS4 version of the game, which is just like, come on now, but you know, it's not the biggest deal in the world. You're paying $4.47. If you're a One Piece fan, I think this is a good shout. You know, I loved One Piece Odyssey as well. I talk up that game all the time. But for now, Pirate Warriors 3, $4.47. Goodbye on that. Next up, we got Dot Hack GU, Last Recode, $4.30 on this. Guys, this is a JRPG franchise that is beloved by me. Now, I grew up playing these games, so obviously there's a little bit of a nostalgic tie to it, but if you just assess the games for what they are, they're really well done RPGs, JRPGs with really solid storytelling. Now, they've got a diverse roster of characters, a lot of characters in the game, and unfortunately, the issue when you have a lot of characters is, you know, you can like some of them, but they're just not going to get fleshed out that well. The main character in Haseo is really, really compelling in the sense that his character arc and how he evolves throughout the 3 games is really well done. And with the Last Recode, you get all 3 games, you get a 4th smaller episode, all for $4.30. Yeah, sign me up for that because that is a bargain. Next up, we got God Eater 2 Rage Burst, 91% off for $4.30. Most people will say this is anime Monster Hunter, and yeah, that's a pretty good description of it. There is also a little bit of a narrative focus to it. I thought the games were enjoyable. Just don't expect something groundbreaking, nothing that's going to technically blow you away, but fundamentally a well-designed monster hunting action game, and for $4.30, I think this is a pretty good pick. Check it out. Definitely not one of those games that the $50 price tag was worth it, but at this price point, again, definitely a great buy. Next up, we got the game that you guys are probably sick and tired of me recommending, but Enslaved Odyssey to the West is 87% off for $2.58. I absolutely loved Enslaved Odyssey to the West. I thought it was a fantastic post-apocalyptic action-adventure game, and what I liked about it from a post-apocalyptic standpoint is that Enslaved is a game that has a very, very vibrant color scheme, and it's just very vibrant with colors and fluidity and life. And it has a lot of just vibrance to it, whereas a lot of post-apocalyptic games, and this isn't wrong, is a little bit dark and dreary. That's not the case with Enslaved. Really enjoyed it. 2 main characters are great, and for $2.58, great pickup for Enslaved Odyssey to the West. And lastly, do want to give a shout to Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 2, 78% off for $4.30. Now, when I say One Piece isn't my favorite anime in the world, Naruto, while it's not my favorite anime in the world, definitely a lot of nostalgic ties to this as well. I watched Naruto growing up like the whole way through. I think I got into the series when it was airing on Toonami, and like the first episodes I can remember seeing is like the early Zabuza episode. So, you know, watching all the way from there up until the conclusion, obviously there's gonna be quite the attachment to the IP. But Storm 2 is one of the best Naruto games that has been made from a single player standpoint, because I would say it covers the absolute height of Naruto as an anime, from the beginning of Shippuden up until the end of Naruto's fight with Pain. In my opinion, that 150 episode stretch is the absolute peak of Naruto. Yeah, you can say stuff like the Sasuke retrieval arc was great, and there was some other stuff that was great. But as far as Naruto from a stretch of episode standpoint, outside of that filler arc with like the Sora and whatever, outside of that 150 episode stretch was phenomenal, and they do a good job encapsulating it in a video game, and it's the Naruto Storm Arcade action fighting gameplay you know and expect. $4.30, great pickup on that, and you're talking like a 12 to 14 hour campaign as well, so it's not like it's super short or anything like that. But that is going to do it for me. Again, a lot of great deals over at GMG. They've got a lot of other deals running right now. New game release. If you're an XP member, you can check out like Ghost of Tsushima as well. That's coming up here shortly. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.